Alright, you guys know we talk a lot about low-end PC games in our channel, especially first-person shooters. And if you are a low-end PC gamer in 2023, if I ask you what is your favorite game right now, most probably your answer is going to be Combat Masters. But what if I told you there is actually a better free-to-play low-end alternative to Combat Masters that you probably never even heard about? And I'm talking about a brand new first-person shooter called BloodStrike. Honestly guys, I never even heard about this game until some of you guys mentioned in the comment section and asked me to check out this game multiple times. So I finally had the chance to try out the games thanks to you guys. So today I'm gonna making this video sharing my experience with the game and what you can expect from this game, especially if you're jumping it for the first time. Alright, BloodStrike is an upcoming, free-to-play, fast-paced multiplayer first-person shooter which is developed and published by NetEase Games, and they are a major company when it comes to releasing mobile titles, so yes, this game is based on a mobile version. And if you ever play the popular mobile titles like PUBG Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, or even Combat Masters, this game is going to be extremely similar, which is honestly not necessarily a bad thing. But as far as I know, this is going to be a brand new game which is going to release on Android and iOS. I'm not sure it's already available, but you can download the PC version right now, which is like a beta version for Windows. You can easily download it. It's completely free to play. Alright, before moving on, I'm going to show you guys quickly how you can download the game right now, because I was very confused at first. I thought the game was available on Steam, but right now you can only download the game from the official website. Simply visit it. I will link it in the description, and go ahead and download the Windows client, and after that simply make an account and the game will start downloading. And the download size is honestly around 4.7 gigs, which is pretty reasonable in my opinion. Alright, as I previously said, if you played other mobile based first person shooters like Call of Duty Mobile or Combat Masters, this game is going to be extremely similar, but surprisingly this game packed with a 100-player battle royale mode, good amount of fun casual game modes alongside a dedicated rank modes as well. And honestly saying, I was quite surprised and very much impressed with the game, especially when we are comparing some of the other games like Combat Masters, which basically have very few game modes and they're very small scale. So overall I feel like this game gives you a much better experience as a complete package. Alright, now let's take a deep dive into the game. First we have to talk about the different agents with unique abilities, which is a pretty common thing in most of the free games nowadays, and this is no surprise. Yes, the game represents a bunch of agents with unique abilities which are not prominent as some of the other games like Fallout 84 I would say, and they all have an active and a passive skill which comes in really handy, especially in the battle royale mode as well as different multiplayer game modes that the game represents. There's a good amount of variety when it comes to agents. Bunch of them already unlock at the beginning. In order to unlock the rest of them, you just have to play the game, earn XP and earn in-game credits, and you can simply unlock them just by playing the game. There is a surprisingly good amount of game modes in the game right now, but the definite highlight of this game is the 100-player battle royale mode, which you can play solo, duo, or even squads, which is really awesome. And there's also a separate rank battle royale mode as well. In terms of gameplay, it's very similar to Call of Duty. Pretty similar weapons, similar mechanics, similar movements, gunplay, and you get your typical custom loadouts, self-revival, buy stations, weapon loadout drops. It's very similar to Call of Duty Warzone. And surprising, there are a bunch of other game modes that are very fun to play. There's a mode called Gunfight, which is basically 2v2 round-based deathmatch alpha mode on a very small scale maps. Very quick game mode and very fun to play at the same time. And there is a separate rank mode for this as well. There's another game mode called Hot Zone, which I had a super fun time playing. And it's basically a 10v10 domination style of a mode, but there's only one certain objective point in the game, so you simply have to take control over it and defend it as much as you can. And there's another game mode called Squad Fight, which is like a 5v5 mini battle royale style of a mode, and it's a round based mode, and every time a round change, the map will also change it to a different position or a location, which based on the different location of the main battle royale mode that the game have. Overall, it's a very fun and unique game mode that I had a really fun time playing. And on top of all that, there's a separate gun range in the game. You can literally try out every single weapon, customize them, make your custom loadouts, try out different attachments, different weapon combinations. Overall, it's a very helpful mode, especially if you are just starting out in the game. And while we are in the gun range, we gotta talk about the gunplay, which I feel like much more satisfying compared to other games like Combat Masters. The gun feels heavy, punchy, the animations looks really good, the gun sounded good, and they feel powerful in your hand. And also there is no artificial visual recoil they add to the game, just like Combat Masters, which is a feature that I absolutely don't like in that game. So overall, the gunplay feels really good, powerful and punchy, and definitely satisfying compared to some of the other games. And as I previously mentioned, there are custom loadouts in the game just like in Call of Duty. You can set up your own loadouts, own attachment combinations, and you can set it up to like 10 different custom loadouts, and you can easily use them in the Battle Royale mode as well as on the other different multiplayer game modes. There's a decent arsenal of weapons in the game right now, ranging from pistols to sniper rifles, and the weapon customization is also good enough and it's definitely get the job done. Whenever you finish up a game, you will earn XP and you will level up your weapons and unlock different attachments. So basically you can just level up your weapons and unlock pretty much all the attachments just by playing the game, which is really good. And there's also a weapon vault where you can simply customize your weapons, like changing skins, camouflage, and adding other different visual customizations. And as of common to all free-to-play games, there is a separate battle pass which include both free and paid rewards. Just playing the game, you can just unlock them. And there's also separate in-game events which reward you with bunch of different currency, different weapon camouflage, and all the other good stuff. During my limited playtime, honestly, I never had much issues with the game, even though it's a beta version right now. The only major issue that I had with the game so far, that you can simply cannot turn off mouse acceleration in the game right now. I believe it is just turned on by default, and there is no actual way to fix it or just turn it off. I personally someone who never played first-person shooters with mouse acceleration on. I tried out different settings in the game, but I couldn't find a way to figure out how to turn it off. And basically what mouse acceleration do is, when you move your mouse between targets, if you move it slow, the mouse will move slower, but if you move it a bit faster like a flick, your aim tend to go all over the place. So kind of messed up my aim overall. So hopefully there will be a way to fix it or just turn it off by default in the upcoming updates. And other than that, I never had any issues with the game. I didn't have any crashes, FPS drops, server lags or anything like that. The game just ran buttery smooth on my PC, which is a pretty high-end PC by the way. But they mention on their website the game is well optimized for low-end PCs, even though they haven't mentioned anything regarding exact system requirements. They only mention if you have like 2 gigs of RAM, you're good enough to play the game. But a lot of you guys actually comment and say that the game runs extremely well on a low-end system. So if you got a pretty potato PC, I would recommend you guys to download and give it a try, and also share your experience down in the comment section as well. Well, that's pretty much a wrap up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to go ahead and drop a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel, because we are covering tons of free-to-play games in 2024 as well. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some gameplay, and I will catch you guys soon in my next video. Stay safe.